Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video here, we're going to be doing a quick update on my M1 Finance portfolio. And in the last video, a couple of people said, hey, you should really rename this portfolio, seeing as you're no longer solely investing in dividend stocks. So we're calling this the defensive slash speculative growth portfolio right here. So as the title suggests here, guys, I am down massively in this portfolio right here, but I wanted to do this video anyway just because I want to be as open and honest with you guys as possible and show you, realistic expectations of what it can be like investing in the stock market, especially when you shift into more speculative growth investing. So prior to this, I was sticking to blue chip dividend stocks, but I decided to take a lot of profits off the table. I took, hundreds, about 100 grand actually, right out of the portfolio, and I used it to pay off my M1 borrow, which I had a loan there against my, well, not a loan, but portfolio line of credit, which I had used to pay off my Mercedes. I actually ended up selling that car too, and I ended up getting a Jeep Gladiator. So I did a video in that the other day, guys, if you want to check it out. I'll put a card up in the corner, but I'm definitely going to try to do more videos on the road just because I had a lot of fun with it. So basically, guys, I took some profits off the table, a lot of long-term capital gains, paid off the M1 borrow for the most part, and then I also rotated a lot of this money over into cryptocurrency just because that is personally where I expect to see more growth going forward. So that being said, guys, let's dive right into it and talk about the bloodbath here that is my portfolio. And real quick, guys, this video here is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not any sort of financial advice. So that being said, guys, if we go into my holdings, let's just get right into it, okay? So as you can see right now, in this portfolio, I am down over $20,000. Now, a lot of the money in here is money that, I had made or I had good gains earlier, right? So for example, if we go to the invest section, this shows that I still have had $40,000 of gains in the portfolio. Now that is true, but I basically took the gains and then reinvested that into other stocks, and now those have lost money. So I don't plan on selling any of this, guys, anytime soon, and I'm totally fine with riding it out and just holding on to these for now. But that being said, looking at these right here, number one, we have Genius Brands, which is my highest conviction, largest investment right now. I have a whole video as to why I put over 100 grand into that penny stock off of a couple or across a couple different portfolios. So we're going to take a peek at their earnings today. But if you haven't heard about why I did that, guys, I'll also put that video in the corner for your viewing pleasure. So right off the bat, in Genius Brands, I'm down about $9,150. So beyond that here, guys, we have GLP. This is a brand new addition to my portfolio, and boy, did this thing kick me in the gut. The only saving grace here is that it did pay me a dividend already, and it was over $900. So I'm looking at this as a very long-term investment, and I actually plan on putting at least $100,000 into this limited partnership over the next year. So I am down massively in the short term, but I am going to be adding more shares. And basically my idea here is that most likely, as Genius Brands does well, I'll clip a little bit off here and there and reallocate that money into GLP. So with GLP, I'm down just shy of $10,000. Oh my goodness, guys. Really, really bad timing there with that stock in particular. But I still think it will do well in the long run, and it does pay a very, very respectable dividend. Moving on, my third loser here in this portfolio is Dave & Buster's, another stock that I added about 2 months ago. And as you guys can see, I'm down about $2,800. So just between my Genius Brands losses, GLP losses, and Play, ballpark here, I'm down about $22,000. So that is what can happen in the stock market, guys, is when you invest at a time of volatility or uncertainty, you should be expecting to have this happen in your portfolio at some point in time. Now, I still believe in all of these stocks long term, but in the short run, it has been a little bit painful. Also, guys, there are 4 stocks that I did leave in this portfolio from my original blue chips, and these are very defensive investments. And also, GLP is a large convenience store operator. They're also involved in fuel, transportation, and distribution, so I also view that as a defensive investment as well. But within here, I still do have shares of Walmart, National Grid, Procter & Gamble, and Verizon. Every single other stock, guys, I have sold off entirely at this point just to concentrate my portfolio. And honestly, guys, at this point in time, I feel that I want to be taking more concentrated bets within certain stocks, but we will tell over time here whether or not that is a good decision or a bad one. So that being said, guys, let's talk briefly now about Genius Brands and what exactly is going on with that stock. So the first thing I want to show you here, guys, is the Ortex data. I did sign up for a subscription here just to be able to understand more data related to these heavily shorted stocks. And what we see here, guys, this blue line right here is the number of shares of Genius Brands shorted according to the Ortex data. So as you can see here, guys, short interest has skyrocketed on this particular stock. And this yellow line here is actually the days to cover. Right now, it's sitting at 8 days to cover, which is extremely high and also dangerous for those short sellers, because if there was any positive news, which there was recently, about Genius, and there was a buying frenzy in the stock, it would be very difficult for them to go back and rebuy those shares. So right now with Genius Brands, guys, they had really solid earnings. Things are looking better and better for them, but the share price keeps going lower and lower. And I'm saying that has a lot to do with this right here, massive new amounts of short interest on this particular stock. And also, guys, the other thing I like to see here, this is the institutional ownership of Genius Brands on Fintel, and this green bar represents the amount of institutional ownership in this stock. And as you can see here, it has absolutely skyrocketed over the last year. So I'm very confident here, guys, that the smart money is moving into the stock, and I typically like to follow oftentimes what it is that they are doing. But again, that is not my only reason for buying this particular stock. I actually have about a 5,000 word article I wrote explaining exactly why I own this stock and for what reasons. So if you guys want to check that out, I will also include a link for that down in the description below. And here was the announcement here from Genius Brands on Monday related to their earnings. Genius Brands announces 318% increase in revenue for the second quarter and 280% increase in revenue for the first 6 months of 2021 over the same period last year, or both periods. Now, that would be a lot more impressive if it wasn't for the fact that they only made about $2 million total last year. So it is possible that maybe people were looking for a bit more out of this earnings report, but nonetheless, 318% increase, is still quite substantial given all of that information. So we're not going to get into any more details here, guys, other than this right here. This is also really solid. $138.8 million of cash and cash equivalents, as well as marketable securities with zero debt. Really strong positioning financially. And we saw explosive growth for this, even though the figures it was based off of from last year were quite negligible. But still, nonetheless, I was still very pleased with this report. Now, if we jump over here, guys, to the letter issued by Andy, in my opinion, these metrics are far more important. This is the quarter-over-quarter growth from quarter 1 of 2021 to quarter 2, looking at, some of the metrics related to the Cartoon Channel app. First of all, unique users went up 909%. 909. Hours watched up 1,822%. Views up 512%. Ad impressions up 243. Revenue up 463.9. And this right here, guys, in my opinion, really says it all. In quarter 1 of 2021, cartoon channel had about 2 million users. Now they have 21.1 million. I mean, guys, that is insane growth of that free platform. I do expect revenue to follow, but my assumption here is that based on the short interest and based on the fact that revenue was, good growth quarter over quarter compared to last year, but because it was a small amount to begin with, I'm thinking maybe, investors are looking for a bit more on the revenue side, but let's stay tuned for, the next earnings report, and hopefully we'll see more coming from Genius Brands. And also, guys, this was an older earnings report here from May, but I just wanted to show you, again, why with the stock market, even if you have good news, it doesn't necessarily mean a stock is always going to do well. So right here, for example, this was the earnings report for Play, which is Dave & Buster's, and you can see they had an earnings per share beat of 350%. They were expected to lose 16 cents a share, and they had 40 cents a share of positive earnings. Revenue also came in higher than expected, so kind of confusing why there's a sell-off anyway. But right now, there's a lot of people that are scared in the market. Dave & Buster's would be like the first business to shut down if there were new closures related to the Delta variant. So perhaps that is what is going on here. And if we do see more closures, I will probably be bag holding this for at least 12 to 18 months. And that is something I'm completely fine with at this point in time. But I did want to show you this right here, guys, because I did earn a sizable dividend from GLP. Despite the fact that I am down about $9,500, I did earn my first quarterly dividend, which was $943.62, which is personally the largest dividend I have ever received. So that is pretty cool. And so over time, that's what I like about buying dividend stocks is even if the share price goes down, the dividends themselves can sort of bail you out, assuming you're reinvesting them, which I, of course, am doing. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. And I think the portfolio is going to look way different next month. We're at about just shy of 100,000 right now. And I don't know. Let's see where we're going to be at in a month. If you guys want to make a prediction, if you think I'm going to be at 50K or 150 or anywhere in between, whatever you guys think, let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys do want to sign up for M1 Finance, there is that affiliate link down below, as well as a link to a free 30-minute step-by-step training that shows you how to get started with M1 Finance. But that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.